Hello friends, and welcome to this video about getting started in Angular 2 Plus applications. So I'm your host for this video. My name is Chaitanya Thani and I welcome you all to Kites for Sky channel. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So friends, for running Angular 2 in your machine, you need Node.js and various other components. So for checking if Angular 2 is already installed in your machine or not, you can open command prompt and you can type ngv, or you can type ng version or ng hyphen version, ng hyphen v, whatever you like. So if Node is not installed in your machine, ng will not be a recognized external command in your command prompt. So for running Angular, you first of all need Node. So you can go to Node official site and you can download Node there. So I'm copying Node site address here. I'm opening it in browser. And you can download whatever version is applicable to your machine. For example, I am working in Windows 10, so I can download this version. Once it is downloaded, you can install it. So here you can see I have Node installer in my machine in downloads folder. I can click on this and I can install it. It will take some time. I will wait. So here you can see Node installation is done in my machine. Now once you are done with installing Node in your machine, you have to close your command prompt and you have to open your command prompt again. And now you have to install one of the components needed for Angular, that is Angular CLI. We'll talk about CLI in our upcoming videos, but right now we have to install CLI for get it working. So for installing CLI, you can write a command like this, and what this command is doing, this is installing CLI globally in your machine. So it will take some time, typically like 2-3 minutes. So here I have CLI installed in my machine. Now with this, you have everything you need for development in Angular 2 Plus applications. So let's check what's the version of Angular we have got. ngv, and you see we have Angular CLI version of 6.0.8 and different component have different version. So these are the version of component we have for Angular for our Angular application. Now you have everything you need for developing application in Angular 6, but you need an editor. So typically you can use any editor of your choice. For example, you can use Notepad++ or any other editor, but I really like editor Visual Studio Code because it's very light and it's very convenient to use Visual Studio Code with Angular. So let's download Visual Studio Code. So I again went to my browser, I opened the download location for Visual Studio Code, and I have to download Visual Studio Code for Windows 10. So I'll click here and I'll wait for download to complete. So here you can see my download is complete. I'll go to folder and I'll install Visual Studio Code in my machine. So once installation is finished, I'm done with all the downloads and all the installation, so I can directly go to my folder and start my application. So for starting your application, you can go to the folder where you want to start your application. For example, I want to start my application inside this Angular demo. So I'll go to this folder. In my command prompt, so I'll change directory to the folder I've copied. So I'll change directory to the folder I have copied, and I'm I'm into that folder. So for starting my application, I have to write this command ng new my app. New my app is my application name. For example, I want to keep my application name as first application or first app. I'll run this command and this will create application for me. It will have all the necessary components which are required to run an application. So it will take some time. So friends, as you can see, my application is ready to use in my working directory. Just to mention one thing, in this video few seconds back I went to C directory mistakenly. I thought it was my working directory, and then I went to E drive. So that's why by mistake you don't need to do that. You need to go to your working directory and then install your application there only. So I corrected that and I've edited that part, but my working directory is this one, so I went to this folder and I changed directory to this folder, and then I ran my command, which is this one, ng new first app. Okay, so once your application is ready, you can open it in Visual Studio Code, which you have downloaded in previous part of this video. So I'll open Visual Studio Code and I'll copy path of this folder, and here I can go to file, open folder, paste, and it has opened my folder. So here you can see I have opened incorrect folder. I have to go inside first step and then I have to open this folder. So I'll again open this folder in my Visual Studio Code. So here is my application, and then I can open terminal window from this editor. So you can go to view, you can open integrated terminal. Now I have to build that application. So for building Angular application, command is ng build. So you can write ng build, so it will build your application. So once my application is built, I can run that application. For running that application, for serving that application, you can run command ng serve and it will ask for access, and here you can see it compiled successfully, and here you can see my application is being hosted on this location, localhost 4200. So I can open this location, I can control click and it will open in my browser, and here is my application. So if you want to change something to make sure your application is running or not, you can go to app and you can go to HTML page and you can change something in your application. For example, I want to put dash in place of semicolon in start, and here you can see it is saying that one unsaved file is there. So it again compiles successfully and it will again refresh your page. So here's my page. So here you can see dash is there in place of semicolon. So here's my application running on Angular, and there are different parts of Angular application and different things we need to learn to be able to develop Angular application. This is just getting started. So in our upcoming videos we'll learn all these things. We'll learn all the things required to build the Angular application. So this is all for this video. Goodbye for now, and we'll meet again when I come back with another Angular video. Thanks for watching. Cheers.